Hi, it's Stephanie. Welcome back to my channel. It is freezing in my house, so I'm wrapping myself in a blanket. And it is day one of the historical romance readathon that is hosted by Jess at Peace Love Books XO, I believe. Lacey at Lacey Book Lovers, and Lisa at Remarkably Lisa. I will have all of the links down below. But this is going to be my reading vlog for the readathon. This is probably my favorite readathon to participate in, probably because historical romance is like my favorite. I just got done editing my November reading vlog because November was a shit show for me. So while that is exporting right now so that I can upload it to YouTube for tomorrow, I'm going to start the group read, which is Lady Sophie's Christmas Wish by Grace Burrows. I'm excited to read a Grace Burrows book. I have not read one of hers before. I have seen a little bit of mixed reviews for this particular book though, so I'm curious to see how I end up liking it. So this will be the first book I start for this readathon. I have about, I think it's 9 or 10 books that are on my tentative TBR for this readathon. Obviously, I'm not going to read all of them. If I do, I will be immensely impressed with myself. But I don't think I'm going to do that. But I am a very big moody reader. So I needed some kind of I wanted some guidance so that I'm just not like, you know, overwhelmed by the hundreds of romance or historical romance books that I have on my shelf. So I picked out 9, including the group read. That's what it ended up being. So I'm gonna quickly run you through the books that I'm hoping to read some of during this week. So besides the group read, which I'm trying to get out of the way first, so that it's done and I can mark that off of my checklist, I'd really like to read A Wallflower Christmas by Lisa Kleypas. This is a very short novella. It is 214 pages. And let's just take a look at that beautiful step back. I don't know anything about this other than it is in the Wallflower world. And it's a Christmas story. It's December, so I want to read a little bit of Christmas. So that is probably going to be the book that I start tomorrow for day 2. The other big priority books I have for this week is Lord of Darkness and then Duke of Midnight. Yeah, Duke of Midnight by Elizabeth Hoyt. This is one of the ones that I don't have a step back of, but this one I do. It's one of my favorites. The Maiden Lane series is a series that I told myself that I wanted to read entirely in 2021. I have accomplished reading 4 of them. I have loved all 4 of them. I don't know why I stopped. Couldn't tell you. So a big priority is to try and read at least 1, hopefully 2 of them this week. Then the next ones that are a little bit more important are some of the ones that are on the, I am calling it the seasonally booked up book club backlist, because these are books that have been on the read-alongs for the seasons. For the read-alongs. And I have not read them yet. A lot of them are from Hot Highlander Summer, because I read, I think, 1 or 2 in that season, because that was when we had COVID and the summer was super busy and I just didn't get a whole lot of reading done, period, in the summer. And then I have 2 left over from this past season, which literally just ended like a week or 2 ago. 2 weeks, I think 2 weeks ago. So from Hot Highlander Summer, we've got If You Desire by Cressley Cole, This Scott of Mine by Sophie Jordan, Waiting for a Scott Like You by Ava Lee. I'm pretty sure there's, I think, 2 more in that season that I haven't read, but I didn't put them on this TBR. And then the last 2 that I have for Fall of Vices and Dices is A Gentleman Undone by Cecilia Grant and One Night Is Never Enough by Anne Mallory. And the last book on my TBR for this week is the one that was my most recent Step Back Saturday, and that is Autumn in Scotland by Karen Rainey, or Ranny. Ranny or Rainey, I'm not sure which one it is. Look at that beautiful, beautiful step back. Oh, it's done exporting. That's great. I've heard great things about this, and I mean, look at this cover, look at that step back. It's just, it's all around beautiful, and I put it on my list. So those are the books that I'm hoping to choose from this week. That could change. I am a very, very, very moody reader. But yeah, so I'm gonna go upload this to YouTube, and then I am gonna go read.
Let's go outside, the snow is falling down and every child is having so much fun. The snowman is twice the size as me, with a smile as quirky as mine. We're holding hands to keep each other warm while we stand and watch a choir performing all the Christmas songs that we love. Yeah, all the Christmas songs that we love. And in a while we're gonna go inside and drink our chocolate by the fire. 'Cause all I want is to spend this day with you. Let me give you a Christmas.
Happy day 2 for the historical romance readathon. And I started reading Lady Sophie's Christmas Wish last night. I don't remember how far I got into it. I think I got 4 or 5 chapters. I don't really remember. And I don't know about it yet. I meant to pick it up sometime today. It is currently 9:53 at night, and I haven't even read anything yet today. I had to run errands with my daughter, and I'm just about to edit a video for the YouTube channel, and I've kind of been putting it off. I don't know what it is, but it's not really hooking me. I'm not sure about it yet. So I'm going to try and listen to it while I am editing this video, because this video is a time-lapse video and I don't really need to pay close attention to any speaking things because I'm not speaking during the video. It's my bullet journal spread video. So I'm just editing out like pauses or things where I'm like flipping for reference and that kind of stuff. So I'm going to try and listen to the audiobook while I'm doing that. And if it's not capturing me by the time I'm done editing this video, I'm probably going to move on and either start Lord of Darkness by Elizabeth Hoyt, because I'd like to read a little bit more of this series before the end of the year. I don't think I'm going to be able to finish the rest of this series like I had wanted to, but I'd at least like to get closer to that goal. Or read If You Desire by Cressley Cole, because I just really need to read some Cressley Cole's historical romances. I've read a few books of her Immortals After Dark series, and I'm very intrigued to see how her historical romances are. So one of these two is going to be next up on the docket. I might even put a poll in my Instagram stories to see which one I should read next. So that's my little update. I'm going to go edit this video, listen to the audiobook of Lady Sophie's Christmas Wish for a little bit, and hopefully I like it and I continue. If not, bye-bye, Lady Sophie. So I will update you guys in a little bit. So I just realized that I sucked at doing a vlog during Historical Romance Readathon Week, which was last week and ended on Sunday, and it is Sunday night, and so Monday morning I should have updated and edited and posted this vlog, but I didn't. So Historical Romance Readathon Week did not go as well as I was hoping for it to, and I fully blame the fact that I did not DNF the group read. I did not like it. Like, it was okay, but it didn't captivate me. I got bored reading it. I didn't want to read it. And I literally spent the first 4 days trying to finish that book. I don't know why I didn't DNF it. I don't know. I liked the idea of it, but it just wasn't gelling with me. It didn't captivate me. I didn't really care for the characters. Like, they didn't grasp me. I don't know what it was. It's not going to be my only try of Grace Burrows, because I've heard really great things about her writing, that I just don't think that was the book for me. So that being said, I read one other book, and that was An Unexpected Earl by Anna Harrington, and this made up for everything in the first half of the week. This was my first time reading an Anna Harrington book. I have, I think, 3 or 4 others of hers, and I haven't heard much about her as a writer or as other people read her stuff. I think she's very underrated, and I had no idea what to think going into this, but I really, really, really liked this. I was captivated, like, within the first chapter, and I really liked it. So this book is about a lady named Amelia Howard, and her brother is being blackmailed, and we don't really know exactly, like, we have an inkling of who the blackmailer is, but we don't really know. Amelia, she's not necessarily ruined because her family kept her ruination under wraps and it never got leaked out, but she was caught 12 years earlier with a boy who was under her station at the time, and they were in love, and it happens. Like, I get it. But obviously it can't happen in this time. So they got caught. He got forced into going into the army. They tried writing him letters, and they all went unanswered. And 12 years later, she runs into him at this mysterious masked, not ball, because it wasn't a ball like with the peerage. It was kind of like an underground type of thing at, I don't think it was a casino, but it was something like that, to that extent. And she runs into Brandon Pierce, who is this boy that she got caught with 12 years earlier. And this is the first time she's hearing of him and seeing him. And they dance, because I guess it was a ball, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because I do remember them dancing. And he is enamored with her, and he knows that he knows her somehow, but he can't pinpoint why he knows her. And then we find out that her brother is not only is he being blackmailed, but he's being a little skeevy, creepy. No, what's the word? Sketchy. He's being a little sketchy. And he's basically forcing Amelia to give up the one thing that she actually has in her name, which is a little tiny piece of land that she wants to use for war widows. And so he wants to put a turnpike on her land that she has that borders Pierce's land, and to entrust a trust. And then obviously he would pick the people who are on the trust. So that is the premise of this book. And so there's a little bit of espionage, and there's a whole lot of love and romance, and I really liked this. This is a solid 4-star book for me, and it's definitely not going to be my last Anna Harrington. Also, when I was listening to the audiobook, because I listen to audiobooks and read at the same time, one of my favorite narrators narrates this story. The narrator, Justine Eyre. Yes, Justine Eyre. She is one of my favorite narrators. I think she does voices so well. She does, I think, about half of Sarah MacLean's books, like the newer half, I believe, is what she does. And I love, love, love her narrations. So anything that Justine Eyre narrates, I tend to pick up real quick. So anyways, those are the 2 books that I read for the historical romance readathon. So not my best, but I mean, it's better than 0. Progress is progress, right? I do have to say that I did recently find out that this new mass market max size that literally just came out this year is being taken away. So I actually really fell in love with this floppiness that the mass market max actually has. I love when books are floppy like this. They're easy to read, they're easy to hold. These are not as floppy, but they can still be floppy. They're just slightly harder to hold unless, the spine is cracked. This spine doesn't have to crack. I feel like we would have less cracked spines with this size. Well, so this size came out, but this size is coming back. So this series in particular, first book is Mass Market. Second book is Mass Market Max, which is just a little bit taller and a little bit wider. And there's a third book coming out, I think, next year, and it's going to be going back to this size, apparently. So this is really going to mess up my shelves. Why? Why? Now some of my books can't be with all the other books. Just really wanted to vent about that. Do we think that maybe they're gonna like remarket this to be this size so that it matches? Because like, I don't know about you, but my mass markets, I don't have like this where it's like, you know, only one space for that shelf. My mass markets are piled, okay? So, you see, piled, and there's like a whole, it's yeah, 2 of them, okay? I'm sorry. So I have about like 10 or 11 of this size that have to be in a separate spot. They can't be with the author. I like having all the books with their author so I know which books I have of each author. And it drives me nuts. Just drives me nuts. And I really ended up liking this size. But if they were just going to get rid of this size, why did they bring it out for this year? So, all in all, that is my historical romance readathon update, wrap up. I hope to do better next time. So, let me know down in the comments if you participated in this last round of the historical romance readathon. Let me know what books you have read and if you liked them. Let me know if you've read the 2 books that I read this past week, and what you thought about them. Let's talk. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. It does help support my channel and let others know about my videos. And if you're not a subscriber and you would like to subscribe, go ahead and hit that red big button down there. I would greatly appreciate and love you forever for it. But until next time, happy reading!